Hey fellas, I thought I'd play another game of campaigns for American Civil War. As you can see, again, I set up a small scenario. And these are the victory points that the Confederates need to take. We got a railroad. We have another one up there. And we have a bridge. And who do we have? I put on the board Longstreet. And we have Hill. So let's do our little playthrough. Again, it's just a made-up scenario that I made up. And we'll begin. I was going to do something with ammunition, where you run out of ammunition. However, you need more turns to do this with, and so I decided to not put it in this this playthrough. All right, let's begin. So a tie goes to the Confederates. So I will activate. Let me get out my. I will activate actually the core. So Hill will activate everybody. And let me roll. It's a 6 plus 2, which would be 8 movements, 8 movement points. So we'll move Anderson first, and then we'll work our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they get a Heat's up next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he'll be last with Pender. Actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, it is the Union. So the Union will get, let's see, who do I want to move? Let's do his time. Let's move him. How many movement points? It's 3. And which way do I want to go? Let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. Tie, so Confederates go. We'll do Longstreet. And you'll activate everybody. And that becomes a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all 1s. So I'll just remember that they're all ones. Fatigue 1. Okay. It's going to be the union. So the union, where do I want to move? I want to keep Schultz here. I want to bring, yes, let's move. Let's go to fatigue 2. Hopefully I have enough to get over there. He rolls a 5, so he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's good. All right. I'm happy about that. Roll for initiative. 6 and a 2. Confederates. He'll be able to activate Heath, but he will not be able to activate Anderson. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I activate Hill, he can come around, and Heath can come here. So let's see if I can do that. So we're going to activate Hill. So he's a 2, fatigue, so is Heath. See if we get a good roll. A 3, and I believe Hill gives you a +2. Just confirm. Yes, add 2, so we have 5. So Heath will go first. If he goes 1, 2, 3, because it's going to cost an extra 1 to move in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then Hill will come around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, he came from here. Yeah. I'm trying to get a flank. That's what I was trying to aim for. All right. 2, 1. Confederates again. What is my strength? He's a 15. So maybe I can come in here, cut him off. Let's do that. Let's try to do that. Let's roll the dice. It's a +1. So we roll a 4, becomes a 5. So he can definitely go in there. 1, 2. He expended 2. By the way, he's a fatigue 2 now. So he expended 2. It's a 5 that he can, because he gets a +1. So he expended 2 of the 5. He has 3 left. So he's going to do a normal attack, which expends another 2. So we expended 2, which leaves us with 3. Expended another 2, leaves us with 1. 1 left. So now let's go with the attack. Normal attack. It's like an R things. Let's do tactical. 2, 3. So we get a +1 for the tactical. Let's look at the attack is normal, so no dice modifiers. Next is we look at combat ratio. That's rough. We don't get any artillery. They get half. So that's 1 plus 5 is 6. So 6 to 15 is going to be 2 to 1. 2 to 1 gives us another +1. So +1 for tactical, +1 for the ratio. So that's +2, and that is it. All right, so +2. Let's see what happens on this combat. So Confederates are going to be a 4 to a 1. So that's 3 +3 for the Confederates. And again, this was 6. So let's see. 6 on a +3. DR. So it's going to retreat disorganized. So retreat or disorganized. So 2 minimum hexes, or 2 to 4 actually. They can retreat back. So let's disorganize them. And 1, 2. I'm going to put them right there. And they become a fatigue 4. Now they are a 15. 15 on a +3. +3. 1DA. 1DA. So they have to lose a step. So they become a 14. And they're disorganized. And they can advance. If I want to. Do I want to? 1DA. I don't want to advance because of I can give what do you call that again? A flank. And if I move here, I don't give the flank. So we'll stay here. Because we have this hex. And if he moves here, he'll have this hex. So he'll be completely surrounded. Because he's too far away. Okay, so that's that with that combat. Initiative 6-3. Now Schwartz. He can get out of there. It'll cost them 1 to leave. And we're probably going to do that because he's going to be in trouble. So let's do that. Let's get him out of there. 2. So it's just an even 2. So it's going to be, he can only get to here. And that is it. And he is fatigued. All right. It's a 5-5. It's a tie. Tie goes to the Union. I mean, to the Confederates, who we will do Longstreet. Longstreet's going to go to a 2. It's a core. So all these units will get the roll. It's a 3 becomes a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're marching up. And over here, this is what it's looking like. Again, a tie. Confederates. What I can do is, we can do these two. Come up here, he'll come here. We will get, can I go this way? If I go this way, that can work too. Okay. So they're going to go to a 3, but each one has to roll for extended. If they fail, they get disorganized. So we'll start with Heath, and then we'll go to 2. Heath passes. Next up is, won't be Hill, it's Pender. Let's see what happens with Pender. Pender passes as well with a 3. Okay, now let's roll to see what the movement. A 3 becomes a 5. So if he goes 1, 2, because there's a unit in the hex, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then he'll go for 1 here. So we have 4 left. With 4, he actually can do a prepared assault or a prepared attack, because it costs 4 more. So he went from a 5. He moved 1 down to a 4, and then prepared. So let's do that attack. What's our tactical? He's a 2. He's a 7. So they're gonna have a 5 in their favor. He's doing prepared, which brings him up to a 6. Let's take a look at combat. Now this is rolling. Rolling terrain. We can use half of our artillery, and they get to use their full artillery. So it was here. So it's 1 plus, so they have a 7. We have 16. So it's 16 to 7, which is 2 to 1. So 2 to 1 is gonna give us another +1. So we're at 7. And we are crossing a creek. And that's going to give him a +1. So he gets a +1. So that brings it down back to a 6. But we have a flank. Let's take a look at that flank, actually. So let's see how many hexes they are covering. So Pender has this hex and this hex. So that's 1, 2, 3. These two here, does this negate this? I need to find that out. So I think you have to have 4 or more. If 5 over 6 is adjacent to the defender, why not occupy? So it looks like we're gonna get a +1 for this. So we get a +1. So we go back up to a 7. All right, so we're at a 7 to our roll. So 7 is added to the Confederates. So this is what we rolled. So 7 becomes an 8, 8 to 5. So it's a +3 to the Confederates. So the Confederates get a +3. And we said this was 7, I believe, yes. So 7 on a +3, 1dr, small r. So 1, so we have to lose a step, goes down to a 5. All right, guys, where are you? Let me get up. Here we go. All right. So it's a 5, but then it gets disorganized, and then it has to retreat up to 4. We will go 1, 2, 3. I want to go there, and it is fatigued. Now they are 16 on a +3. 1dA. So they have to lose a step. So we go down to a 13. Okay. So they lose 500 troops. They get disorganized. They go to a 4. 1dA, and they get to advance. So this is where we are. All right, not bad. Yeah, usually I play with plexiglass. But on this table, I got a lot going on. So as you can see, it's a lot of stuff here. All right, guys, let's see what else we can do. So this area looks like it's going to be looking to relax. All right, we have a 6 and a 6, so going back to the Confederates. Does Longstreet want to push it? Yes. He's going to go to a 3, but if he goes to a 3, they have to roll for being disorganized. Or do I not do it? Sure, we'll push it. Let's push it. Now all these are a 3, so I'm gonna first roll for them for extended, and then for extended, and then for extended. If they roll a 6, any of them, they're disorganized. So it's on a 6. 2, Hood's good. Law now. Law is good, and Longstreet is sitting with, if not who, and it's a 5, and we're all good. Now let's see how many movement points. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And 4. That's that. Okay. All right. Next up. Does the Union want to do anything? Doubleday's here. Doubleday can get behind the creek and cause problems. I think Doubleday will do that. Let's do that. Plenty of. Let's 1, 2, 2, and he can get here because that costs 2 and that costs 3. So 1, 2, and another 3 would be 5 to get here. All right. Looks like the Unions will pass, and the Confederates are going to pass, and we'll end the turn here. So the turn is done. So turn 1 is complete. Now we go into recovery. These guys will go to a 1. Doubleday will be a 0. Robinson is gonna entrench, which we can do that. Let's get something out. Let's see. Breastworks. All right, let me just clip this. Is it press? Hold on, guys. I just want to check the entrenchment. The first time using it, so I want to make sure I get it correct. Okay, that's correct. All right, so we will entrench here as well. And we'll trench in the north as well. So let's click this. And we'll do the one in the north. Okay. All right, let's put that underneath. I think it doubles our artillery. Let's get this under here. All right, so that's, now let's fix these guys. These guys go to a 2 fatigue. This goes to a 1. This goes to a 2, 2, and a 2 fatigue. I'm gonna have to rest these guys because I need to get them flipped from disorganized. All right, start a new turn. Do I want to move leaders, transfer leaders? I do not. I'm going to keep them where they are. I roll for initiative. We rolled a 6 and a 4. I will. Now there is one thing I can do which I like, and I'll show you. I just have to find. I have to clip it, but I can break off a unit and do one of these subs, and then just put a strength marker underneath it. So if I had a unit that was a strength of 10, I can break off 4 strength points from it and put this down and just move the unit out of there. Use this as a garrison. But as for the Union, I think we're gonna hold. Well, this they have to hold. This here, what do I have here? Reynolds has Wadsworth 8, and he has artillery. So we'll hold here. Let the Confederates come to us. Let them waste their units. All right, so yes, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to pass, and I'll let the Confederates go. So the Confederates will roll. Well, let's find out who they want to activate on the Confederate side. We'll activate Longstreet. Becomes a 3. 1, 2, 3. They're struggling. Longstreet's struggling to get up. 1, 2, 3. pass again. So Confederates will Hill can activate all, and we can come in and try to make an attack there. Now, to make a core attack, I can do that. I can bring him up, and then I can bring him in there, and then bring him on top, and we can make a core attack next turn. Let's do this. So we'll do a core. He's a 3. He's a 3. And he's a 2. These two gotta roll for extended. Can't roll a 6. Let's start with Hill's stack. He rolled a 1. He's good. Anderson rolled a 6. Anderson is disordered. Oh, he's already disordered. So he becomes a 4, and he cannot move. So let's see what our roll is going to be for moving. I think this wasn't good for them. Rolled a 1. A 1 becomes a 3, because Hill gives a +2. So if he goes here, and then Hill would have to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do that. So he goes in here for 1. He's done. And then Hill will go 1, 2, 3. At a fatigue 3. So Hill's kind of exhausted, but he has units in his that are fatigue 2 underneath him. Do they make an attack next? Let's see. Let's roll to see what we want to do. It's a 1-1. Confederates win it. He's not strong enough. He is a 17. If I go in with 17, let's see if I can weaken Howard. Well, I can bring in a leader. I can bring Hill with him. And I can have Pender. Pender has to sit out. He can't go in there. Well, Pender can. He'll attack next. So it'll be a double attack first. Whichever one can go first. But I'm weakening. Well, Pender's going to be a fatigue 4 if he tries to do this. So I don't want to do that. And he's going to go to, Heat's going to be a 3. So let's do that. Our objective is to take that. Let's see. He goes to a 3. And he has to roll to see if he becomes disordered. He just makes it with a 5. So he's good. So he rolled a 1. However, Hill is with him. So Hill gives him +2. So he has a 3. So he'll make an attack. He'll make a normal attack, expended. Let's get him on 3. So he's going to expend 2, leaves him with 1 left. And he's in that hex. Yeah, so he's going in for an attack. So let's see how this goes. Howard and Barlow, it's a 5. Let me zoom in for you guys, get a better view. So the tactical is a 5. So Hill is a 4, Heath is a 5. I mean a 3. So that's 7 to 5, so it's a 2. The attack doesn't give any. Nothing on a stream that gives away, and he is clear terrain. So we're ×1 for artillery, but they're ×2. And they have artillery inside the hex. Oof, this is not going to be good. All right, so let's do this for a minute. They get a +2 so far, the Confederates. Now let's see the combat. So 2, 12, right? 2 times 6 is 12. 14. 14 plus 5, so we have 19. 19 to 22. So that's 1 to 1. So 19 to 22 is 1 to 1, so there's no modifiers there. Oh, wait a minute. Breastworks gives another ×2. Let me take a look. Entrenchment enhances combat and artillery value. Okay. Oh, so everything is doubled. So I said 19, right? So that is going to be 38. So we're 38. Wow. And to 22. So that is 1 to 2. So that is 1 to 2. So that is 1 to 2. So Howard's going to get a -1. So they're at only a 1. So let's see how this goes. So it's at a 1. We're going to roll both dice. And add a 1 to the Confederates. So the Confederate gets, this is always Union, should have been a red dice, but this is Confederate. So the Confederates get a +1, which makes it a 2. However, the Union have a 6. So it's -4. It's -4. Now you don't add the breastworks here. It's only the natural. Hold on. It's only the natural number, which was 19. So 19, oh, it's over here. 19 on -4 is nothing. And they were 22. 22 to 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 22 They're 22 or -4. 3D. 3D. So they have to lose 3. And it's disorganized. So 17 becomes 14. And they get and then Pender goes back. And Hill goes on top. Was Anderson here or here or here? I forgot where he was. We went 1, 2, yeah. We went to here. So that was the combat. That was pretty brutal. So these guys are done. They're not gonna move. And Howard didn't take anything, so he's good. And this is Anderson at a 4. How did he get 4? All right. So Confederates will go. Do they want to go? No one here is going to go. We can push them and get into rolling terrain. I can move him up, then move these guys around and start splitting them up. Maybe do this, one going here and the other one going around. So let's do that. Let's take it to 3. Is there anyone disorganized first? No. All right, let's roll for each one to see if they disorganized for extended. Hood, Law, Longstreet stack. No. No. Last. No. All good. Now let's see. Movement. 2 becomes a 4. So Hood will go here. 1, 2. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to get him around. So let's do this so it's easier. So everybody has 3. All right. I'm not going to do any turns for anybody. So we will pass, and let's get to recovery. We'll start with here, recovery. Everyone's a 1. nothing happens with them. Over here, they become normal, and he can now he can organize himself. He also can organize, which puts them in good position. They only have 2,500 men. They're good. Hill Pender goes to a 1. Let's take him out. But he can't disorganize. He has to stay disorganized. He can't organize a men. He goes to a 2 and stays disorganized. And Anderson goes to a 2. All right, this is going to be interesting because Confederates are a little tired, but the Union, they have their second wind. So maybe we'll wrap around and see what we can do, or I can just jump into this hex here, and then we'll do we can do a core assault later. This is all from the same core, which is the 11th. So let's see what we want to do. I will end it here. It's almost an hour. Wow, that went fast. Plus I'm hungry. So listen guys, I'll end it here, and hopefully we do another one.